Ready, start. We are so used to the idea of capitalism that is very easy for us to overlook the fact that it is of fairly recent growth. For a great many years, the business of this country was carried on by a system of barter. The system still exists in some parts of the world even today. The system of barter is the actual exchange of goods without the use of money. This system is still being used in several parts of India, especially in villages. A man who is successful in growing a very good crop of wheat might, for instance, have an excess over and above his family requirements. The claim of himself and his family would come first, of course, but if there was a surplus, he will try to dispose it of in return for something else that he wanted. There might perhaps be in his village another man who had been very successful with his cow in the same period. He too might have a surplus after the requirements of himself and his family had been fully met. The two men would therefore be in a position to bargain. One could be able to offer gain, and the other would be able to offer milk or butter. How much of the gain would finally be exchanged for how much of the milk or butter will depend upon two various factors. The first is the size of the surplus in each case. The larger the surplus, the less value it is likely to have. The second is the strength of the desire of the two men to have the surplus of the other. An exchange of grain for milk would eventually take place by means of bargaining. Para. The use of money is, of course, very much simple, and once money was accepted as the medium for buying and selling, the volume of business quickly grew. For a long time, the emphasis continued to be on agriculture production because the first requirement of people is that they shall eat. After a time, commerce become important, and for many years most of the capital of the country was in the hands of people interested in commerce. In 19th century, however, heavy industries become very important, and huge sums of money were also in the hands of the industries. Another change took place about the middle of the century. Financial interests grew in importance, and banks began to play an outstanding role in the economy of the country, as enormous amount of capital was used in provide loans to businessmen. This period could perhaps be called a golden age. Pyara. How the banks have started playing a very important part in the development of the country. In some countries, banks also undertake to organize the big business, which give in turn heavy profits and thus help to the improve the economy. Full stop.